What I'm going to show you today is how you can use ABC Clio, so that database that we've talked about in class, at home for your upcoming research papers that you'll be having, one in the fall and one in the spring. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to go to the website. So if I type in databases.abc/clio.com/authentication/log on (return URL) the equal sign, the %2, and then the letter F, it will get me to my home screen. I know that is a long, complicated web address, so definitely make sure that you save this under one of your favorites if you haven't done so already. Add it to your favorite so you can automatically get there. First thing you need to do then is log in. You should have your Yes Student login, so your username is just Yes Student, and then you have your corresponding password. So if I go log in, oops, must have typed that incorrectly. Let's try that again. So Yes Student, there we go. You can see that ABC Clio's website specifically is tailored to social studies. Obviously we are in world geography, but it covers everything from ancient history to modern history, American government, also different issues, world religions. This will be really helpful whenever we're covering our world religions later on. But again, like I said, specifically today, I just want to show you how you're going to use this in order to access research information for your research paper. So the first thing that I could do is I could, if I wanted to, is I could search all the databases. So I have an option here that's already clicked for me to search all databases. Last year, one of the topics that students wrote on, which is not going to be the same topic this year, was on the one-child policy. So if I went ahead and just typed in the one-child policy, searched for it, it specifically tells me which databases have either articles or relevant information about the one-child policy that I can look at. So the first thing that I'm going to go to is, just because I know that the one-child policy is an issue in China today, is I'm going to go to the issues database. I can then look and see that I have documents as well as even images and articles that pertain to the one-child policy. So if I click on this first article, it talks to me about the one-child policy and gives me information that I can use. This website's really helpful because if I am at school and I don't have access to a printer, I can actually email this document to myself. I'm not going to email it right here, but you can see you just fill in the information, email it to yourself, email it to your home email address, and then you can access this at home if you don't want to go back into ABC Clio and sign back up, or sign back on, sorry. Also, this will be really helpful for your research paper. We use MLA formatting. I already have the MLA citation for this article if I use it. So that is something that's already been given to me, so that's really good. So I'm going to really quickly go back to look at some of the other things that the one-child policy search showed me. If I look at images, looks like there is an image that I can filter. I can specifically go to this image of the billboard that is referring to the one-child policy and how in China, most people, unless you are wealthy and can afford to pay the fine for having a second child, are limited to only having one child. And this billboard is encouraging that one-child policy. Okay. One other thing that I'm going to show you, so if I go back to that multi-product homepage that has all of the information, is really quickly, since we're on here, I'm going to go ahead and show you the World Geography database itself. There is information that you will definitely be able to use from your research papers for specifically just the World Geography database. But one other good thing that you can do as well is you can go and look at specific countries. So where I was just searching the one-child policy, I know that is in China. I can specifically go to the China overview, and it gives me information about their geography. Specifically, if I expand these, I can see landforms, climates, their resources, their environment, history, and issues. So the contemporary issues, this is where I'm going to find a lot more information on the one-child policy if that was a topic that I was writing a paper on. Also their society and culture. So what are some of their traditions? What is their lifestyle like? What is even their religion, their food, their holidays? Then I've got their government, their politics, their economy. Major facts and figures is going to look kind of more like the population and things like that. And then there are articles that specifically deal with issues that are going on in China today. And then also the last thing is just looking at a map of the country, their flags, and then some images that go along with that as well. So this is really good information for you to access as well about that country. So if I was to go to their contemporary issues, then I could find out more information about overpopulation, which this information right here would directly pertain to the one-child policy. Like I said, ABC Clio is something that you can access at home as well, and it's something that I definitely encourage you to go and spend a little bit of time at home looking at the different sites that there are, the different databases that you can use, because this is something that we're going to be using a lot outside of class, and I'm going to expect you to go and either read different articles from here and be able to access this on your own. So hopefully that gave you just a little short, brief overview of how you can use the all database search, as well as how you can look at specific databases based on what you are trying to find or trying to research. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, then let me know.